Hey, welcome to the Explainer. If you are just so tired of the endless cycle of hair removal, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dig into the modern technology that promises a real long-term solution. Does this feel familiar? I mean, that endless loop of nicks, razor burn, and those super painful waxing appointments, it really feels like you're stuck in this constant battle, right? But what if there was a better way? We've all been there, making these kinds of trade-offs. Shaving is fast, sure, but the hair is back in, what, a day or two? Waxing buys you a bit more time, but oh, the pain, and you have to put up with that awkward grow-out phase. And the creams? Well, they work, I guess, but they're still just a temporary fix, which means it's just an endless expense. So what's the modern alternative to all of this? Let's get into the technology that's really shifting the conversation. It's called SHR. Okay, so SHR stands for Super Hair Removal. Instead of a single high-energy zap like older lasers, this uses low-energy, rapid pulses to gradually heat the follicle. Now, the crucial difference is what it targets. It's going after both the melanin, that's the pigment, and the stem cells that are responsible for creating new hair. So by targeting the actual source, it's not just removing hair, it's helping prevent its return. Here's where you can really feel the difference. A lot of us know that classic rubber band snap feeling of older IPL treatments. Ouch. SHR, on the other hand, is usually described as a gentle, warm, tingling sensation. And because it uses lower energy and has built-in cooling, it's not only more comfortable, but it's also safe for a much wider range of skin tones, including tanned skin. 97%. According to the source data, that's how much less painful SHR treatments are reported to be compared to traditional IPL. That is an absolute game changer when you're talking about comfort. So the technology sounds great, but that leads to the big question. What does it actually cost? Pricing can seem a little confusing sometimes, so let's go ahead and decode it. Most providers offer 3 basic models. You can think of it like choosing your commitment level. Per session is kind of like dipping your toe in the water. It's perfect for just trying it out. Packages are for when you've decided, okay, I'm ready to commit to treating a specific area. And then unlimited plans, well, that's the all-in option for treating multiple body parts. So what does that per-session model look like in the real world? Well, based on our source data, a single underarm session can be as accessible as $28. That's a very low barrier to entry to see if the technology is right for you. And get this, the session itself can take just 10 to 15 minutes. For larger or maybe more specialized treatments, like a Brazilian or a Boiselian, that's the male equivalent, you're looking at a higher per-session price point, like this. But again, you just pay as you go for the specific areas you want to treat. And then, of course, there's the unlimited model. If you're looking for a really comprehensive, full-body solution, this option offers a predictable monthly fee to treat any and all areas you choose. You know, with all these options on the table, transparency is absolutely key. As one provider in our source material notes, just by listing prices clearly, they increase their customer trust by 45%. It lets people choose with confidence, knowing exactly what they're paying for. This brings us to a key shift in how to think about the cost. Is it just another recurring expense, or is it a long-term investment? Let's take a look at how the numbers stack up. Take a look at this 5-year comparison. The cost of regular waxing just keeps adding up, year after year, with really no end in sight. The investment in SHR, even when you include maintenance, is not only significantly lower over time, but it also delivers a permanent result. Committing to a longer plan makes that investment even more efficient. The data from our source shows that a 12-month package, for example, can come with a 20% discount. So you're effectively rewarded for committing to the full process. So you're ready to make the investment. What does the experience actually look like from your very first appointment all the way to your final results? The journey itself is pretty simple. It all starts with a consultation to set your goals. Then the preparation is easy, usually just shaving the area a day before. The SHR application itself is quick and systematic. Afterwards, there's just some simple aftercare, like making sure the skin stays hydrated. Now, managing expectations is key here. As this timeline shows, you won't be completely hair-free after just one session. It's a gradual process. You'll see a noticeable reduction after a few treatments, which builds up to as much as 90% permanent reduction after a full course of about 8 to 12 sessions. And what about years from now? Well, to protect that investment, some providers offer a program like this. After you complete your initial course, you unlock access to heavily discounted maintenance sessions for life, which ensures your results really last. And the value is crystal clear. We're talking about future touch-ups for a small area costing around $49, or a Brazilian for under $100. It makes maintaining your results truly affordable for the long haul. So we'll end where we started, with a question. When you add up the time, the money, and the sheer frustration of your current routine, is it just an endless expense? Or are you ready to make an investment in a real long-term solution? That's for you to decide.